Hey everybody. Got a retraction and correction or whatever that I have to do. Because I got something wrong on the Chris Watts episode. I got something really wrong. Really, I did. So basically what I got wrong was the whole Nichole Kessinger thing. I said in the episode that, she's fine, she's married, she's, lived life, she did nothing wrong and all that stuff. I was confusing her with somebody else. I'm not sure who I was confusing her with, but I was confusing her with somebody else. And I don't know who, and I just didn't even research that part in the episode because I was pretty sure that that's what I remembered from hearing about it, that she had just moved on and everything was fine. However, I was listening to the Crime and Spirits podcast yesterday. I was listening to their episode of Chris Watts. And when they detailed all of the stuff that was going wrong, what was up with Nichole Kessinger, I was just like, oh shit. So, here we are. I am, rather than go back in and edit the episode, I'm just going to do an addendum to it. Call it, bonus content or whatever. Got to start eating my crow. Caw. So, okay, like I said, Nichole Kessinger was not just, faded off into innocence and everything and just, living normal life and everything. I don't know what she's doing now because she went into witness protection after this whole thing with Chris Watts went down. But when it came out, now you need to realize that Nichole Kessinger has not been charged with anything. But, innocent and proven guilty until proven guilty and all that stuff. She hasn't been charged with anything and she probably never will be. However, what she did do, a lot of suspect things came out. Her Google searches, she searched for the phrase, man I'm having an affair with says that he will leave his wife. She was also searching for wedding dresses in the days before the murders. She was looking up wedding dresses online that she liked and everything. So, Chris Watts completely planned on leaving Shanann for Nichole. I mean, that was the whole point of all this. And I can't believe that I missed it. I can't believe that I got it that wrong. I mean, I've never gotten something so wrong that I have to do an addendum to it, to my own episode. But here we are. But, so, other things that she had Googled was, did people hate Amber Frey? Amber Frey was the mistress of Scott Peterson. And I think I might have been getting her, getting Nichole confused with Amber Frey. Because, she really had no clue what was going on. She really actually was a victim and she really was being duped. However, Nichole Kessinger was not. I mean, she knew that they were married, despite what she said. And, like the day of the day of the murder, she had texted Chris, if you did something bad, you're going to ruin your life. And if you did something bad, you're going to ruin my life too. I promise you that. Does that sound like somebody that has no knowledge of all of the nefarious shit that was going on by Chris Watts? Doesn't sound like it to me. So, I mean, but the thing is, I had mentioned that the pair worked together. She worked in the office, he worked out in the field. But he was, she was in geology. She was a geologist and everything. She was in the science aspect of it, of the whole thing with the oil field and all that stuff. So she would have known that, using the site might have been a good place to possibly dump a body. And I'm speculating here because, like I said, she is innocent until proven guilty. But the whole thing about him saying that he didn't want to blow the place up, that may have actually been the plan. They may have actually been planning on blowing the whole place up because it would have incinerated everything there, including 3 dead bodies. So maybe they put the kids into the tanks, which really does make sense when you think about it, because why it's like if he left them in the tanks, you'd figure eventually they're going to turn up at some point. If they blow the place up, if they blow the place to smithereens, then guess what? Nothing's going to turn up. And he puts Shanann into a very shallow grave, maybe planning on going back to the scene to maybe uproot Shanann and maybe cause something to look like a malfunction that caused the whole thing to go up in an explosion, basically incinerating any and every bit of evidence. It would have worked. But but one thing they didn't take into consideration was the friend of Shanann, the co-worker, who was just like, okay, it's not like her to not be working. Go do a wellness check. So yeah. Do I think that Nichole Kessinger was the saint that I alluded to, that I made her out to be in our Chris Watts episode? Now, not so much. So, just think about it. Yeah, I mean, hope you listen to it before you start torturing me. I don't know why I got confused. I think I might have been confusing her with Amber Frey. I don't know. But she even Googled Amber Frey. Did people hate Amber Frey? Yeah, because she knew that she was the other woman with somebody, but with a killer, basically. So anyway, had to clear that up. So stay tuned for our next episode, which will be Heaven's Gate with another guest host. It's the Conscious Radio Network, the weekly seance with Dr. Paul McKess. And we'll link to that podcast in the episode, in the actual episode. But check it out. It's good stuff if you're into the paranormal and stuff like that. And he's a really cool guy. So anyway, see you next week. Sorry we had to do this retraction, but you know what? If I get something that wrong, I didn't really have any choice. Until next week, later.